Hi there, this is Michael from BetterTOEFLScores.com, and you completed it's my free TOEFL writing practice evaluation service. Now, anybody at YouTube watching this video, do not tell anybody about this service. Believe me, I am too busy as it is. What is the service? It's a free writing practice test evaluation service, but don't tell anybody about it because I'm already getting too many practice tests as it is. If you're watching the video, yes, you can send me a free writing practice test, but don't tell anyone else about it. Do not forward this video, right? Just keep it between you and me. Okay, let's get started here. So I have the independent writing rubrics here. I'm looking at it. I'm thinking your writing is probably around 22. I'm going to say 22, maybe 23 points out of 30. I'm not comfortable giving you 24. I will talk about that in just a minute. So in the email, I'm going to just call you Mark. You said, please read, evaluate, and score my independent writing practice test. Let me know which areas I need to improve on in order to score higher on the TOEFL writing section. Okay, so that's good. And then we have the topic. I'm going to get rid of this. Do you agree or disagree with the following statement? Humans will reduce the usage of fossil fuel in the next 20 years. Right? So that's the actual topic. Now, I'm comfortable. I think I said 22 out of 30 points, right? So that's what I'm going to explain right now. Now, the first thing is, let's take a look. Let's see what Microsoft Word thinks of your word choice and your sentence structure. Right? So I'm going to go ahead and look at this. So I'm not going to do any corrections right now. You have a few spelling problems, but I don't think that's a major issue. Not worrying about that. Okay, let's look at the grammar issue. Again, not a problem. Okay, this is what I wanted to look at right here. Okay, so words per sentence, 37. Characters per word, 4.2. So your vocabulary may be a little bit lower, but your sentences, words per sentence, 37, is incredible. Right? Your grade level is 12.5, so I don't see any major problems, really. I think that your word choice and your sentence length is actually pretty good. Okay, I'm going to show you one of your paragraphs. Why did you give me well, Michael, why did you give me 22? Why not give me 28, 29? But let's look at one of your paragraphs. You say, second of all, no one can deny that fossil fuel is harmful, and it has been causing severe damage to the environment since the dawn of history. To illustrate, global warming is one of the damages. I'm going to put adverse consequences. I think is better here than damages. Damage is typically an uncount noun, but if you say, to illustrate, global warming is one of the adverse consequences that fossil fuel has caused, and humans will die. This is where I'm starting to have trouble, right? If I go through your different paragraphs, humans will die if they do not. So you can't use, if you say will, you're more talking about a present or future possible condition, right? Now, if you say humans would die if they did not replace, that's different. But humans will die if they do not replace it with a safer source. Animals will die because of the fossil fuel. And we are gradually destroying the earth with our activities. I'm going to put a period here. Sometimes you have at the end, humans will suffer the consequences. Therefore, it is certainly clear to see that if we do not, see this? If we do not replace the fossil fuels, the planet will collapse. And so you want to put, and so will we. Believe it or not, when you're using that agreement thing, you say and then so at the end of the sentence. You have to do it like that, and so will we. Okay, the other thing is, okay, so that's kind of what we're looking at here, right? So each paragraph is, that's pretty good, 126 words. You have 105 words. Okay, I think that you should probably develop these two body paragraphs to maybe 150 to 200 words for each one, or you can add a third body paragraph in there in which you can discuss another idea there. Now, the other problem I have here is this is more of an organizational issue. This is a bigger problem. You say people will have to find a replacement to the fossil fuel because we're running out of it. You have, then you talk about using solar energy. So I think that a better topic sentence might be here, and not has been mentioned. You haven't mentioned anything. This is the first paragraph of the body. You talked a little bit in the beginning about things, but I would just say, first of all, solar energy is a more viable alternative to fossil fuels, right? Which is why I think it goes back to the argument people will use fewer fossil fuels in the future. So that might be a better topic sentence here. And a lot of what you talk about here, it's about solar energy. Since people learn to utilize the usage of fossil fuel, if you put this in here, you might put has declined by 20%. But you didn't really explain enough about how we're running out of fossil fuel, right? I don't see you really proving that argument. And unless you do a lot of research, I don't know how you can prove that argument. But if you say, well, people will probably use fewer fossil fuels because solar energy is a viable alternative, and you talk about how solar power is a good choice than not using, and so that's attractive to people, and that's why you think we'll use fewer fossil fuels in the future. So that's maybe what I would suggest with this particular paragraph here. All right? And there it is. So I'm going to say 22 points out of 30. You do have some grammatical problems sometimes with your verb tenses. You can go to Google if you want, study real, unreal conditions. You might even type in present. How about present impossible conditions? And then maybe present possible conditions, and then past impossible conditions in English grammar, and you can review some of that grammar on various web pages. All right, that's it. There you go. Now, if you're serious about your TOEFL score, now I don't know if my TOEFL Writing Bootcamp course is a good option for you, but why don't you come by my office hours? I have office hours right now. If you go over to bettertoeflscores.com, you'll see my office hours. They're Zoom, right? Zoom meetings. I just talked to somebody about 10 minutes ago. Why not come by my office hours? Tell me a little bit about yourself and your TOEFL score and so on, and I can recommend a specific TOEFL plan to help you reach your goal. You're under no obligation to purchase anything. I can just tell you what I think will help you. Then you can make a decision on your own on that. Okay? All right, also below my email, below my name, you will also see my office hours right now. Okay? All right, have a great day.